Top 3 superfoods that instantly flush toxins and heal your kidneys naturally. Have you ever felt like your body is working harder than it should, even when you are well rested? Sometimes this happens because toxins linger longer in the bloodstream and the kidneys quietly strain. You can change that with simple choices. In this video, I will show you 3 superfoods that help filtration and fluid balance. Number 3 is the one almost nobody expects, so do not skip ahead. And at the end, I will share a bonus method that makes everything work even better. The first food is a humble comfort staple that has been used for decades but rarely appreciated for its cleansing value. It gently eases pressure on the kidneys and supports the natural release of toxins throughout the day. Let us begin with oatmeal. Oatmeal supports the kidneys in a steady and predictable way because its soluble fiber slows waste accumulation that often stresses these organs. This same fiber forms a gel-like texture when mixed with liquid, and this helps trap metabolic byproducts in the digestive tract rather than letting them circulate back to the kidneys. Many people do not realize that oatmeal contains a unique compound called beta-glucan, and this compound acts like a natural filter assistant in the body since it reduces inflammatory signals that push the kidneys to work harder. Research teams at Harvard Public Health have explained that people who regularly eat whole oats tend to show lower markers of chronic inflammation, and renal nutrition departments at Cleveland Clinic also highlight oats as a safe grain for individuals who want to lighten the kidney load while keeping energy stable throughout the day. When oatmeal is eaten consistently, it also delivers antioxidants named avenanthramides, and these antioxidants help calm oxidative stress around kidney cells, which protects these tiny structures that handle the filtration process. Many people wonder why such a simple food has such a strong effect on kidney comfort. The answer is in its nutrient balance. A standard half cup of dry oats offers about 2 to 3 grams of beta-glucan fiber, around 5 grams of mild plant protein, very low sodium, and a reasonable amount of phosphorus that is easier for the kidneys to process compared to many processed cereals. This combination helps prevent sudden spikes in metabolic waste because the digestive system releases nutrients more gradually. Eating oatmeal early in the day supports the kidneys in another simple way. When consumed at breakfast, it helps stimulate gentle early diuresis, which assists your body in flushing the water you stored overnight. This helps the kidneys clear leftover toxins before the day builds more metabolic waste. Many renal dietitians prefer oatmeal in the morning because it supports a calmer blood sugar curve for several hours, and this directly affects kidney workload. Stable blood sugar means fewer glycation byproducts, and those byproducts can create micro damage inside the filtration units of the kidneys when left unchecked. If you want to get the most from oatmeal, the ideal portion stays between 1/2 and 1 full cup cooked per day because this amount gives enough fiber for detox support without causing digestive heaviness. Some people think more fiber always means more benefit, but too much at once can create bloating, especially in seniors since digestion slows with age. Asking yourself how your stomach feels 30 minutes after eating oats can help you identify your personal comfort level. It is better to increase slowly rather than overwhelm your gut since the gut and kidneys communicate through hormonal pathways that respond to inflammation. When digestion becomes irritated, the kidneys receive those signals too. Topping oatmeal wisely matters for kidney comfort. The best pairings include low-potassium fruits like blueberries or apples, and small amounts of nuts or seeds, since these add minerals without overwhelming the kidneys. Many people accidentally make oatmeal harmful by adding salted nuts, flavored syrups, or commercial toppings that contain preservatives, which can irritate the bladder and the kidney axis. Cleveland Clinic nutrition teams often warn against flavored packets because they commonly contain artificial sweeteners that can trigger discomfort, especially in people with sensitive urinary pathways. 2 simple oatmeal preparations work particularly well for kidney cleansing. A warm detox bowl made from rolled oats, a teaspoon of chia seeds, a 1/4 cup of blueberries, and unsweetened almond milk can help lower sodium intake and deliver extra antioxidants that protect kidney tissue. This mixture also increases fiber variety, and this supports a healthier gut, and the gut strongly influences kidney health by determining how many waste particles end up circulating back through the kidneys. Another helpful preparation is a savory oatmeal bowl made with herbs, a small amount of nutritional yeast, and a drizzle of olive oil. Saving oatmeal for savory use reduces the temptation to add sugar, and many people who try savory oats notice they feel satisfied longer, which reduces cravings for processed foods that produce more kidney stress. Choosing the right type of oats is more important than most people think. Rolled oats and steel-cut oats both maintain their whole grain structure, and this ensures your body receives the full amount of beta-glucan fiber. Instant oatmeal often loses this structure during processing, and then manufacturers add sugar, dyes, or preservatives to improve flavor or shelf life. These additives create unnecessary work for the kidneys. When looking at labels, choose products that say no sodium added, unsweetened, and whole grain. Good oats should have a natural beige color and a mild scent. Storing them in an airtight container prevents moisture buildup, which could lead to mold formation, and mold exposure can irritate the immune system and indirectly stress the kidneys. People with diabetes should eat oatmeal with a source of protein, such as unsalted nuts, seeds, or a side of boiled egg to slow glucose release. Slow release matters because rapid glucose spikes produce advanced glycation end products, and these compounds can damage filtration tissues in the kidneys. Some people also make the mistake of eating overly large servings, thinking it will provide more detox effects. But this is not how kidneys work. They respond better to consistent, gentle support rather than sudden extreme fiber loads. Anyone who takes medications that influence fluid balance should monitor how they feel when adding oats. If you take diuretics, you may flush fluids faster than expected when combining the medication with a high-fiber food. Have you ever checked how much sodium you accidentally consume from your breakfast choices? Many cereals appear healthy, yet contain more sodium or phosphorus additives than expected, and these additives place a bigger burden on your kidneys than a simple bowl of plain oats. Thinking about this can help you make a more informed decision tomorrow morning. Oatmeal creates a steady foundation for kidney cleansing because it reduces inflammatory stress, steadies metabolism, and promotes smoother morning filtration. Now we are about to move towards something that works much faster at pulling excess water and toxins out of your system. It is a warm, seasonal food that most homes already have within reach. Get ready for the cleansing power of lentil soup. Before we continue, I'd love to know where you're watching from and how you manage kidney health or toxin buildup naturally. If you want to improve kidney detox, make sure to subscribe to Knowhow and hit the notification bell. If this content helps, type 1 in the comments or 0 if it doesn't. Lentil soup supports the kidneys in a steady and comforting way because it delivers concentrated plant protein without the heavy metabolic burden that comes from animal proteins. A single cup carries around 18 grams of protein, and this protein breaks down into gentler amino acid patterns that the kidneys filter with far less strain. Every serving also contains natural potassium, close to 370 milligrams per cup, and this balanced form helps the kidneys manage their electrical signaling that drives filtration and fluid balance. Many people do not realize that the kidneys rely on stable potassium levels to regulate the opening and closing of microscopic channels inside renal tissue, and lentils help maintain this rhythm in a natural and manageable way. Lentil soup also provides around 70 milligrams of magnesium per cup, and magnesium helps relax the smooth muscles that surround the renal arteries, which can support better blood flow into the kidneys. Research groups at Johns Hopkins and nutrition departments at a major United States university have observed that a diet rich in legumes often leads to lower inflammatory markers that directly influence kidney pressure. The richness of fiber in lentils also plays an important role in kidney detox. A cup provides roughly 15 grams of fiber, and this supports the gut-kidney axis by lowering the movement of bacterial toxins back into circulation. When fiber ferments in the gut, it forms short-chain fatty acids which help strengthen the gut barrier. A stronger barrier means fewer endotoxins enter the bloodstream, and this gives the kidneys a lighter workload since they no longer need to filter these unwanted compounds. Many people underestimate how strongly gut imbalance influences kidney inflammation. If you ever feel bloated in the evening, that discomfort often hints at extra waste compounds circulating that force the kidneys to work harder through the night. The ideal way to include lentil soup is to enjoy around 1 to 1.5 cups 3 to 5 times a week. This provides consistent support without overwhelming digestion. Lentils release nutrients slowly, So having them at lunch or dinner allows your body to benefit from steady energy while the kidneys receive a calm, balanced flow of electrolytes, minerals, and fiber. Some people feel tempted to pair soup with salty breads or processed meats, but these choices add more sodium than the kidneys can comfortably handle. Instead, choosing unsalted crackers, fresh herbs, or a small side salad offers a cleaner combination that keeps sodium low and kidney comfort high. Two styles of lentil soup work especially well for kidney detox. One is an herbal detox blend that uses lentils, celery, carrots, low-sodium vegetable broth, turmeric, and parsley. The nutrients in celery support gentle water release, carrots provide natural antioxidants, and turmeric adds curcumin, which reduces inflammatory activity in renal tissue. Parsley offers mild diuretic benefits, which may help reduce swelling around the feet or ankles. This blend supports the enzymes that help the kidneys break down waste. Another recipe that fits the colder season is a winter-warming red lentil stew. Red lentils cook faster and break down into a gentler texture, which tends to be easier on people with sensitive digestion. Cumin, cooked onions, and optional spinach or garlic add minerals and antioxidants that help the kidneys manage their detox pathways more easily. Thoroughly cooking onions removes compounds that might irritate sensitive urinary systems. Choosing good lentils makes a difference. Dry lentils should have a uniform color and should not contain stones or debris, because this indicates proper processing and reliable freshness. When buying broth, choose versions labeled low sodium or no salt added. Many brands use high sodium levels to create flavor, but this extra sodium forces the kidneys to work harder and increases water retention. Canned soups are the biggest problem because manufacturers rely on extremely high sodium to preserve shelf life. Even one serving can deliver more sodium than your kidneys can comfortably manage in a single meal. Using dry lentils with your own broth gives you full control over sodium levels and keeps kidney stress low. Some people worry about potassium when eating lentils, and while the potassium in lentils is natural and balanced, those with severe potassium restrictions should pay attention to their personal doctor's guidance. Avoid adding table salt to your lentil soup because each teaspoon carries over 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Herbs like rosemary, thyme, or oregano add flavor without stressing the kidneys. People with sensitive digestion may find that red lentils cause less gas than green or brown lentils because they break down faster and create fewer fermentation byproducts. Cooking lentils thoroughly helps reduce compounds called oligosaccharides, which can cause bloating. When digestion is calmer, the kidneys benefit as well because the gut produces fewer inflammatory signals. Many people also make the mistake of mixing lentil soup with foods high in preservatives or artificial additives. These additives travel into the bloodstream and force the kidneys to spend extra effort clearing them. Choosing fresh ingredients helps lighten this burden. Have you ever felt unusually puffy after a processed meal compared to when you eat something homemade? That puffiness is often water retention caused by sodium and chemical additives. And lentil soup can help counter this if eaten consistently. Lentil soup becomes a powerful kidney support tool because it works on multiple levels. It helps the kidneys through better blood flow, lighter waste removal, steadier electrolytes, and more balanced digestion. It also gives long-lasting energy, which reduces cravings for sugary foods that create more metabolic waste. When eaten regularly, it can help reduce swelling, support cleaner filtration, and lessen the strain your kidneys feel at the end of a long day. If you are finding this useful, please take a moment to like this video. It may seem small, but it helps YouTube show this content to more people who need kidney detox guidance and supports Knowhow reach a wider audience. Lentil soup offers deep nourishment, but our next food works in a different way because it hydrates, alkalizes, and supports the kidneys' natural toxin flushing pathways. It is also one of the most comforting winter foods and often sits in kitchens waiting to be prepared. Let's explore the gentle cleansing profile of bone broth. Bone broth supports the kidneys in a very steady and soothing way because it carries a natural mix of electrolytes that help the kidneys balance fluids without forcing them to work harder. Every warm cup provides around 120 milligrams of potassium in a gentle form that helps the kidneys manage the tiny electrical impulses that move fluid through the filtration units. Bone broth also contains magnesium, and magnesium helps relax the muscles around the renal arteries, which encourages smoother blood flow into the kidneys. Many people feel calmer after drinking broth because this mineral balance helps stabilize the body's fluid movement, and this directly affects kidney comfort throughout the day. Clinical nutrition teams at Mayo Clinic often recommend simple broth-based hydration for people who need steady support without heavy digestion. Another important part of bone broth is its natural glycine content. A single cup can provide around 700 milligrams of glycine, and this amino acid plays a major role in detoxification pathways inside the liver and kidneys. Glycine helps bind certain toxins so the body can remove them more easily, and it helps reduce inflammatory signals that might irritate the delicate structures inside the kidneys. When inflammation calms down, blood flow improves and filtration becomes more efficient. Many people do not know how closely glycine supports the kidney detox cycle, yet this amino acid acts like a natural assistant that encourages the kidneys to work at a steadier pace. Collagen and other amino acids in bone broth also support the gut lining, and a strong gut lining is closely linked to kidney health. When the gut barrier is weak, harmful compounds move into the bloodstream and travel through the kidneys, which increases their workload. A healthier gut barrier reduces this constant stream of waste particles and gives the kidneys a lighter job each day. You may have noticed that when digestion feels calm, your body holds less water and your lower back feels less tense by evening. That is part of the gut-kidney connection at work. Bone broth strengthens this relationship by providing nutrients that help your gut stay sealed and functioning properly. Homemade bone broth also tends to be low in phosphorus, which matters for people who want to protect their kidneys. High phosphorus foods can stress filtration units, especially when consumed daily. By simmering bones slowly and avoiding heavy additives, you create a broth that nourishes without overwhelming your system. Some people think store-bought broth is the same, but the truth is that many packaged versions contain preservatives and flavor enhancers that increase the kidney's workload. These additives force the kidneys to process extra chemicals that offer no health benefit. A helpful serving size for kidney support is 1 to 2 cups per day. This amount hydrates the body, provides electrolytes, and supports overnight detox without burdening digestion. Drinking bone broth in the evening can be especially beneficial because the kidneys work through the night to manage fluid balance, and a warm broth helps supply steady hydration. When the body stays hydrated before bedtime, the kidneys do not need to pull water from tissues, and this can help reduce morning swelling. Some people drink broth with salty meals, yet this combination may defeat the purpose because extra salt increases the amount of water the kidneys must process. It is better to enjoy broth separately from high-salt foods so the kidneys receive a cleaner and more supportive intake. There are 2 very effective ways to prepare bone broth for kidney health. A classic version uses chicken bones, filtered water, carrots, celery, parsley, and a small amount of apple cider vinegar to help extract minerals from the bones. This slow simmer creates a broth rich in nutrients that help the kidneys maintain fluid balance. Carrots and celery add natural potassium in a mild form, while parsley helps support gentle fluid release. The second option is a detox-style sipper that includes added turmeric, ginger, or a small piece of kelp. Turmeric carries curcumin, which supports anti-inflammatory activity. Ginger helps soothe digestion, which indirectly assists the kidneys, and kelp provides trace minerals that help regulate electrolytes. These additions strengthen the broth's cleansing effects while keeping it gentle. Have you ever noticed that some days you feel puffy or heavy, even when you did not eat anything unusual? That feeling often comes from poor fluid movement, and hydration from simple foods like bone broth can help correct that pattern. If you prefer buying broth instead of making it, reading the label carefully is very important. Quality broth should say no salt added, organic bones, or slow simmered. These phrases usually signal cleaner ingredients and fewer additives. Avoid broth that contains natural flavors, preservatives, monosodium glutamate, or sugar because these ingredients add stress to filtration. Storing broth properly matters too. Keeping portions in the freezer helps retain freshness and prevents bacterial growth. Cold storage also keeps fat stable, which improves the overall quality of the broth. There are a few safety notes to consider. Some store-bought broths contain extremely high sodium, and this can lead to extra fluid retention, which places more pressure on the kidneys. Always check the sodium amount listed per serving. People with histamine sensitivity may notice discomfort from long-simmered broths because histamine levels rise during slow cooking. In this case, shorter cooking times or fresh broths may be easier to tolerate. Recipes that include tomato or excessive vinegar might irritate the bladder area for some individuals because acidic ingredients can activate urinary sensitivity. Using mild vegetables and small amounts of vinegar usually creates a more kidney-friendly broth. Bone broth supports the kidneys by offering hydration, minerals, amino acids, and gut-supporting nutrients without overwhelming the digestive system. When consumed consistently, it helps reduce inflammation, supports better fluid movement, and encourages steadier detox throughout the evening and night. These three foods work together to support filtration, detox, and hydration, yet you can amplify results with a simple movement habit that encourages lymph flow and reduces pressure on your kidneys. Let's explore the gentle power of lymphatic bounce movement. Kidney health depends on more than nutrition, and this small movement supports the body in a powerful way. The lymphatic system clears waste that does not enter the bloodstream, and when this system slows, those wastes stay in the tissue spaces and place extra pressure on the kidneys. This gentle bounce helps the lymph vessels push fluid forward because they rely on muscle pressure rather than a pump. Research discussions from the National Institutes of Health highlight that light rhythmic motion can increase lymph flow and improve the way the body handles trapped toxins. Stand tall and lift your heels in a light bounce without lifting your feet off the floor. Keep the motion relaxed so the vessels open and close smoothly. Use a wall for support if balance feels uncertain. Add slow calf rises because these muscles help return fluid toward the heart. 2 to 5 minutes is enough, and afternoon timing works well because the body often holds more fluid then. Do not try this right after a meal because digestion slows fluid movement. Anyone with major balance issues should avoid this method. This gentle movement supports kidney comfort by helping your body clear stored fluid and waste. And now it is time to bring every step together so you can follow the full plan with confidence. Oatmeal brings soluble fiber that lowers inflammation and supports toxin removal. Lentil soup offers plant protein that is easier on the kidneys and provides steady minerals for fluid control. Bone broth supplies hydration and amino acids that help natural cleansing pathways. The lymphatic bounce movement improves lymph flow and reduces strain on the kidneys. If this video helped you, please subscribe to Knowhow before leaving. If you feel this offered a real kidney detox solution, type the word cleanse in the comments. I want to know this made a difference for you.